time and we trained. Let's go. I'm going to trust you for an intro on this. Let me just take this one last hit, all right, Chief?
Okay.
Kamehameha.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, buddy.
Let's do this. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. What do I even say? You know, what do I even say at this point? Because we're finishing up my favorite series ever today. Like, I didn't even have a funny intro, you know? I just I'm sitting there like, how do I make this funny? Do I do one more shit story to end it off? Like,
I also thought about doing that, like just now.
I mean, the worst part is I have a new one, but like,
oh man,
should I just tell it for old time's
I feel like
sake?
if we had this much of a fucking drift compatible moment, because you know I'm gonna reference just a fantastic movie by the name of Pacific Rim.
Oh, dude.
You know, you could just roll with it.
Yeah, man. Pacific Rim episode 1.
Let's go.
But like, okay, so I'll do this for old time's sake. We'll start it on a light note. So Nicole and I recently celebrated both of our birthdays. Mine was in September, hers was in October, and we had a pizza party kind of in the middle of it to celebrate the two of us, and then we had our own individual party. So it was cool. So, but during that pizza party, I decided that I was going to try something a little different, and that is we went to our favorite pizza place around here, and this pizza, for some reason, makes me like, I don't think I've ever shit harder in my life than consuming food from this place. Like, it doesn't necessarily even have to be pizza. It's almost like they construct the crust out of like laxatives. It's insane.
Jesus.
It feels like the second it hits my stomach, I may as well have swallowed like a concrete brick. But like,
oh no,
it's delicious. It's so good.
Yeah, sometimes you have to do it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's worth it for me to come back. Like, I keep coming back to it. So clearly that's a testament to the taste. But we went there, and I work overnights now. So I do these ridiculous 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. shifts. That's why we have to, that's why we moved our day to Friday. I'm just going to like let the cat out of the bag. So, yeah, because I wanted to make sure we had time to record. So I'm like, okay, we'll go to this pizza place, and then we'll go to work. You know, I don't really do terribly much at my overnight job. I just kind of sit there and make sure the place don't burn down. So,
oof, all right. What an equation already.
Yeah. So,
can't wait to see what's on the other end of this equal sign.
This was awful. So I went home, and I was getting ready, and Nicole was getting ready to go to bed. So I kissed Nicole goodbye. I'm like, all right, honey, I'm going to go. And she's like, are you going to be okay? Because she knows that this is a thing. And I'm like, yeah, I think I'll be okay. I'm fine. So I go downstairs. I take one step out of my house. A single step out of my house.
That's not good. I don't like that.
And I feel it. I feel my body preparing for the dimensional rift.
Oh, God.
Like, you know, like, do you know when your body gives you a sign? You're like, okay, I can either I can either gamble with this, or I can take care of this right now. Which one am I choosing? Well, I hit the first option on Google because I was feeling lucky. So I went into the car. And I was like, all right, I gotta go. You know, I gotta make sure I'm there a little bit early, you know. So I wanted to get there and make sure that I was able to get there. So I'm driving, and I'm like halfway to my job, and I hear what sounds like, so as if you know me in real life, you know that I'm super into Final Fantasy 14. I heard the combination roar of every single raid boss in that game emit from my gastrointestinal system.
Oh,
It's
super saiyan.
It sounded like 1,000 bears at once. So,
I'm gonna miss this.
like if it was any louder, I would have seen my glass wobble. It was like,
all right,
yeah.
okay, moving on.
I was like, oh no. So I'm like on the highway, and I'm like, fuck me, dude. So I'm like speeding down the highway. Like the highway's 55 miles an hour. I'm doing an easy 90. I'm like fucking flying. So I get to the exit.
I think if there's one thing that the people have to know about you is that you are just Initial D, the person. Like I've never seen it. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
I think we met, and I was like, I never want to be in a car with this guy ever again.
But the thing is, my driving record is great. So I'm like, what
impeccable,
the fuck?
incredible.
So I'm just fucking flooring it, like pedal to metal. So I get off the exit and I'm flying down an essentially residential street. And I pull into my job because like the turnoff is actually on a residential street. So I'm like honking. I'm the asshole driver that's like up in everybody's trunk as I'm driving them right now. So I get to my job and I like, you know, when you're like, it's about to happen and like you have to do that like shame waddle to the bathroom. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like I had to cross the entire parking lot walking on extremely thin ice. Extremely thin ice. Because one piece of outside stimuli would have been over. So I get to the bathroom and I close the stall door and I turn around to go sit down and I feel the most dire feeling my body has ever felt. I had to freeze because I'm like, if I move at all, I'm going to shit my pants. There's no easy way to say this. If I move an inch, I will shit my pants. So I had to calculate this where I could get my pants unbuckled, unbuttoned, and unzipped and on the toilet in one movement. Otherwise, it was going to be a bad day for me.
You could have used your own bathroom.
That's the worst part. So
you literally could have used your own bathroom.
So I did.
You're on the second floor of your house to go out. You could have used the bathroom on your second floor, on the ground floor.
Yeah, I could have done that, you know, but like I was just like, I gotta get to work. So I managed to do it, and I'm in there for like 10 minutes, and I just like. Oh, God, it was awful. It was the worst feeling I've ever experienced in my life because I knew, like, if somebody came to say hi to me, I would have shit my pants in front of my coworkers, and it would have been the worst. Like,
I'm legitimately crying. Oh, my God.
It was just this sudden urge. I heard all sound leave my ears, and it was like a QuickTime event in real life.
I was literally about to say, you pulling your pants down was like a real-world QuickTime event.
It was a literal fucking QuickTime event.
That was outrageous. Outrageous. Like 3 steps, X, Y, X, triangle, square. Like
if one button went wrong, I would have shit all over the bathroom. It would have been terrible. So,
oh, dude. I've said it before, I've said it again, cut the intro after this shit. Okay, let's talk about Dragon Ball Z. One last DBZevening, let's get it.
Hi, welcome to the Tryforce podcast, where we talk about video games, we talk about movies, anime now, apparently.
Yeah, we're fucking multimedia at this point.
That alone is gonna get us copyright.
Watch the show. No.
It's the Tryforce.
Okay, alright. We've done this before. We figured for the last episode, we had to do it again. We need a lot of energy for this. So.
Oh, do we need a lot of energy?
Both of our jobs are respectively killing us. So please we need to summon our energy from you. So if you are not in operation of a motor vehicle right now, if you could just put your hands right to the sky and just offer us some of your energy.
If you are in operation of a motor vehicle, we'll take it anyway. There's going to be a lot of accidents. But
when everybody just feels like they ran a marathon while driving, it'll go great. Oh man, I'm so glad I'm almost home from my 20-hour shift. Let me just stretch my arms.
Someone only gave us like a Newton of energy. Like, who was that? I'm sitting there like
Goku, who's fighting like a supreme universal being. Like, damn, I thought I was having a bad day.
Oh man!
All right, so holy shit, the last DBZevening. Something we never really expected to see when we started this.
No, not at all. I thought I thought you were going to be sick of me by like season 6. You know. Oh man, it's like it's surreal because I've done this twice now. I've done this on the radio, and now I'm doing this on my own podcast, and it feels so good to talk about this show. And honestly, Z, I don't think I could have done it with anybody else. It's my favorite show, and you're one of my favorite people, and like, it just makes me happy.
Yeah, I mean, this anime raised us, and while we were never childhood friends, I just would like to think that a young you and me would have just absolutely lost our respective...
We would have bodied this show. Like, we would have sat there with the entire DVD collection and binged it the entire week. Honestly, you have been in my life long enough where you've been in the most important years of my life. So, and I'm glad for that. I'm grateful for that every day.
Oh, buddy.
You are literally my Vegeta. Like,
yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah. Sure is. After hearing that shit story, I was like, yeah, he's the Goku of us. Okay, we got this.
I know like 2 things extremely well, and then everyone else has to help me with everything else.
Yeah. And I am much like Vegeta, and much like he will in this stretch of episodes, I am constantly in awe of you. I think that you are one of the most hardworking, respectable people I've ever met. Someone who has like never asked for a dime, has worked his damn way all the way up here, created pretty much all of this from the ground up. I just want to make that clear. He always likes to claim that it's our podcast, but Rain and I, we do some things, but he does many things, and he does a lot to bring you this content. So if you enjoy it, you've got really one man to 75% thank.
Well, listen, you know what? They're not called the Z Fighter. They're called the Z Fighters. So let's go.
It's the Tryforce for a reason.
It's the Tryforce, not the Uno Force. I don't know.
All right. Got it. Excellent. So we are episode 276 up into episode 291. So I figure no time like the present.
Let's go.
I'm feeling energized. I feel
me
like
too.
I could just spirit bomb the rest of this. Let's go.
Let's fucking go!
Episode 276, Evil Kid Buu in the Funimation dub, and in the Ocean dub. One of the last times I'll be able to say that. Where is the exit? Escape from a collapsing Buu.
All right, like, I said it in the beginning, in the beginning of the show, that this is the second time recording this. Dude, it doesn't matter how many times I hear that dub title. That is hilarious to me. It's so funny to me. Like, that's literally a title where the person who was making the names of the titles was like, oh fuck, I don't have an idea for today. What's the episode about? They're
trying to escape Buu. They're like in his body.
Where's the exit? Sir, that's it. Shut up and print it.
This is like a talking head interview of that employee. Terry was such a dick today. I can't believe that episode title went through. It's such a piece of shit. Oh man. So Goku saves Vegeta from being absorbed.
Yes,
That's
he
pretty
does.
important, I would say. Basically, last time we left off, Super Buu regressed to his normal form, and then Buu tries to absorb Goku and Vegeta, so Goku saves Vegeta from that. As Vegeta recovers, Goku continues to fight the thought form of Super Buu. So I'm so confused as to what that even means, because what is Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I mean, it's like... I feel like I say
The
that
thought form?
particular... I feel like I say that particular thing so many times in this podcast. Yeah, I mean, like, when you're there, you get it. Like, it's... But, like...
No.
Basically, they're inside Boo's head. And, you can conjure up anything in your own head. So, they're physically fighting a manifestation of Boo's thoughts. And
Wild.
Because they're in his brain. You know?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And he's also a being created entirely by magic, so this shit's like not that far-fetched when you think of the rules that were in place to create Majin Buu. And it'll get even more fucky in a second, because man, does none of this make sense outside of the Dragon Ball Z universe.
I love it. Goku is rapidly losing energy, and just as Super Buu is about to defeat Goku, Vegeta cuts down the pod containing the fat Majin Buu.
Yeah, that was cool.
So that's like cutting off his power supply to him.
Yes and no.
Right.
I would argue that was one of the best decisions they could have made in the moment, but one of the worst decisions they could have made overall.
Okay. This causes Super Buu to go mad, as without the fat Majin Buu absorbed, Super Buu cannot exist. As Super Buu's insides begin to change, Goku and Vegeta realize that they must fucking leave.
Yeah. And
so they grab the pods containing Gohan, Goten, Piccolo, and Trunks and try to find a way out. Where's the exit?
Yeah, well.
On their way through his body, they notice one of the tunnels that leads to one of the holes in Boo's skin where steam escapes. Yeah, his little fucking Mewtwo vents on his ears. They're able to fly out through here, and when they emerge on the other side, all 6 of them regain their normal size. As Goku and Vegeta set the pods down, they observe Super Buu changing into a different being. He transforms first into a hulking form, and then shrinks to a childlike version of himself, thus giving us our Funimation title, Evil Kid Buu.
Yeah, this is so cool. I said this in an earlier podcast, but this is Majin Buu's original form. I remember, I think I said it like, this isn't the strongest Buu has ever been, but this is the most dangerous he's ever been, because this is pure, unreasonable chaos incarnate.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, it's not the most strongest, it's not the most powerful, but it's almost, it's not even... Some of that isn't even worth it if you can't predict what's going to happen.
No, you know what? It's like the difference between like a well-trained German Shepherd and a rabid Pomeranian. You know what I mean?
God.
Like,
unbelievable.
There's
Episode 277. What a simile. Okay. End of Earth in the Funimation dub. And in the ocean dub, Earth disappears. Boo's reverse transformation of evil.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about Buu. Is like the stronger he gets, the least. Oh my god! Let me start that sentence over in English. His transformations go backwards, and he gets stronger. I think that's so cool.
He go back. True. Unbelievable. I mean, just really a great villain, because like, sure, Cell had different forms, and that's fine, but we knew Cell had to absorb a being in order to gain more perfection.
Yeah, and it's like, it's crazy to think about that Buu had just been absorbing people left and right to try and get back to a form similar to this.
Yeah, and now he's absorbed energy from very large reserves of energy.
Oh, yeah. And like, it's even crazier that even without all of those large reserves of energy, and even without the thing that made him what we saw him when we met him, when he's killing the king of demons like he's a paper mache doll, you know, like
True.
we take
R.I.P.
that
to Deborah.
yeah, honestly, we take that away from him, and that's how much stronger he gets. Crazy.
True. Yeah, Fat Buu is almost like a handicap. Almost.
Yeah,
like
he
like
is, and we'll find out why that is.
Alucard before he releases restraint type stuff. You know, yeah, absolutely.
I was thinking more Shadow the Hedgehog, but I guess they're the same
Oh,
character.
of course you were. Wow, what a fucking shock. Let me just sit down. I'm sitting down to get over my shock. Supreme Kai explains to Old Kai, not explains, explains to Old Kai that he was once one of the 5 Supreme Kais.
Yes.
It was one of the 4 that ruled over each of a quadrant of the universe, and the 5th being their leader, North, South, East, West, and the Grand Kai. Yeah?
Yep, and wouldn't you know it, that East Kai is the one that we're dealing with.
Yeah. He says that with this latest childlike version, Kid Buu is the original true Majin Buu and by far the most powerful of them all. Press X to doubt on that wording, I think.
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I mean, like I said before, he's not the most powerful of the Boos, but he's the most dangerous because he's just an unreasonable, like, if impulse and chaos were made into a physical being, it is Kid Buu.
True. Supreme North and West Kai perished against them. Supreme South Kai was absorbed, changing the original Majin Buu into the hulking form that was seen briefly in the previous episode.
Yeah, isn't it crazy? Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just want to put this into perspective how powerful Buu is. So the Kais are basically gods, you know, they're like guardian deities, and they don't really get involved in the affairs of humans or mortals unless, you know, it's absolutely necessary. So, you know, Kid Buu is out wreaking fucking havoc on the universe, and they're like, oh shit, we actually have to get involved now. Like, we can't let this go. So what does Bibbidi do? He sends Majin Buu, I know, right? He sends Majin Buu up to the fucking realm of the Kais. And it's just like, you need a good warm-up. Like, go fight God. That's your warm-up. Oh, right. My lord. No pun intended. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
dude.
no, it definitely puts it into perspective that this thing can kick.
It's a little dangerous.
All right. The leader, Daikao. There we go. That makes sense. Kaioken. Okay, we got you. Like, okay. Daikao was then absorbed by that form, but this absorption changed Buu into the fat, happy Buu that came out of the ball.
Yeah.
The absorption of the Kai actually weakened Buu, making him less focused and less destructive.
More childlike, and Daikao was a very benevolent being. So, you know, you obviously take the personality traits of the people you absorb. Like when Super Buu was Gotenks, you know, he was a cocky, arrogant snob. When he absorbed Gohan, he was a cocky, arrogant snob. But like, he was less so. He was smarter. Then when he had Piccolo, yeah, you know what? He was still cocky and arrogant, but he was also extremely conniving and extremely intelligent. So he absorbs the characteristics of the beings he absorbs as well.
Right. We saw that when he absorbed Gohan.
Exactly.
Right. True. So,
Thank God he didn't get to Vegeta. Holy shit. Could you imagine a more arrogant Super Buu?
No, God, please no.
Imagine him screaming about his pride. Oh, God.
Yeah. So I want to make a comparison, and I wonder if you'll go along with it, or, you know, I think that Kid Buu is like when your girlfriend's really hungry, and like Fat Boob is when she is fed and made made whole again.
I can understand that. Like Nicole will come home.
It's like
Uh-oh. See, that was Z's girlfriend coming in and unplugging his computer and, just yelling at him for this analogy. So we're gonna wait and hang out. How you doing,
well,
folks?
it wouldn't be a podcast if I didn't accidentally close Discord. Excuse me.
That was perfect.
I got a notification and I'm like, oh fuck, I should mute that. Closes Discord. I'm like, my brain, why? Like, okay.
Oh, good. You're gonna hear what I was saying when the recording comes out, so it's fun.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you broke into your typical Johnny Carson shenanigans. All right, sorry about that, folks. So, yeah, it's like kind of like the more satisfied you are, the less like distracted and rabid that
of course
you are.
You know,
or the more distracted and less rabid that you
I
are.
can't tell you how many times Nicole has come home and I'm just like, you want to go get KFC? And she'll just be screaming and just like so angry about her job. I'm just like, got you a KFC chicken sandwich. And it's like, I'm looking at two different creatures. Like,
Correct.
she's just like, thank you. Like, so, yeah, it's the same exact thing. I would say it's an apt comparison. It also works for me too. I'm an asshole when I'm hungry. And then Nicole's just like, she's just like, here, have a here's some chicken. And I'm just like, bless you, woman. So, yeah, exactly.
Back on Earth, Kid Buu creates a powerful ball of energy and throws it at the Earth, intending to destroy it. Goku and Vegeta deflect it. In retaliation, Kid Buu then creates a ball 10 times more powerful than the previous one.
Yeah.
And throws that.
There's something I hate to say it like this, but there's something I admire about Kid Buu, because he's just like, fuck it, that didn't work. Let's just make sure it does this time.
Let's make it bigger.
It's just insane. And it's also crazy to think about that this is the very first time we see Kid Buu move at all. This is his immediate reaction, which is so batshit crazy.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, that's the first thing he does?
Yeah, sure it does.
Oh, God.
Knowing that they currently do not have enough strength left to stop it, Goku and Vegeta try to grab everyone and teleport away, but are only able to grab Dende, Hercule, and B.
Yeah.
As the Earth is about to be destroyed, Supreme Kai appears and instantly transmits Goku, Goku, Vegeta, Dende, Hercule, and B to the world of the guys.
You know that fusion exists somewhere, and I don't want to think about it.
Shut up. Episode 278. True Saiyans fight alone. In the Funimation dub, or in the Ocean dub, Buu's assault, a conclusion in the Kaioshin realm.
Yeah. So this whole episode is crazy in and of itself. I'm gonna let you explain it, and then I'll just kind of gloss over each of the little things.
All right, I'm going from start to finish. Buu is blasted apart by the explosion, but he reforms after the destruction of Earth and goes on a rampage throughout the galaxy. He goes from planet to planet, looking for Goku and Vegeta, and then destroys each planet when he doesn't find them. As he finds the Grand Kai's planet, he starts to toy with everyone there. When he becomes bored, he creates an energy ball intending to destroy Grand Kai's planet. Supreme Kai offers Goku and Vegeta his fusion earrings, but they both refuse them. They raise their power levels so Buu will know where to find them. Buu then is out, just abandons his attempt to destroy the Grand Kai's planet, and teleports to the world of the Kais, because he senses Goku and Vegeta's energy, and he's like, ooh, shiny!
That's a perfect way to describe it, actually. Kid Buu is literally just, again, impulse. Complete impulse. What a fucking crazy character, dude. Like, just blows up the Earth and himself and just reforms in space, and he's just like, on to the fucking next one. Oh, by the way, guess what he learned because of Goku using it a lot? Instant transmission.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so
Whoops.
that's a thing that they can do apparently. And yes, so Kid Buu is just literally warping from planet to planet to planet to planet. If he doesn't find them immediately, blows it up and himself reforms.
Incredible.
Next,
Incredible.
blows it up, reforms himself. He finds the Kai's planet by sensing ridiculously powerful energies. Goes there. Now, these are all dead fighters.
Right.
And like that just it just shows that the realm of the dead is also within the realm of the living, and which is crazy. So
DBZ.
I know, fucking whatever. So they're all toying with him, and Krillin and Yamcha have essentially shit their pants. Like they're just like, no, we're good. We're good on that. And Krillin's like, how the fuck do you expect us to fight that? What do you mean? Like, he's like, I could probably go a few rounds with Frieza right now. How do you expect me to do something about this? So all the Kais are freaking the fuck out. All the people in the tournament are just like, oh, he's alive. Oh, look how small he is. And like he starts fighting them, and it takes all of them to even remotely push back at all against Kid Buu. And he's like, fuck it. I'm bored. I'm just going to blow everyone up. And again, no words, no nothing. Just flies up in the air, creates a giant ball, is about to destroy everybody. And the thing about destroying dead people is once you destroy them, they don't have a form anymore and do not exist anymore. So that's it.
Big dead. Permadead.
Yeah, that's permadeath. So, like, they're freaking out, rightfully so. And imagine right before he throws the ball, he just zips away.
Yeah, no
trace.
That's got to be pretty bad.
You know what? If I was there on the other end of that, I would have almost preferred he threw the ball because I don't want to think about that. You know what I mean? I don't want to think about that for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you know what I was just thinking? There are some things that aren't worth the relief.
Yeah. I'm like, that's no. Especially if I'm going to be dead for all eternity, I have to think about just how easy it was for my entire existence to be wiped out, and it was a hair second away from being so.
Correct.
Crazy.
Episode 279, Battle for the Universe begins, or in the Ocean dub, Seize the Future! A decisive battle with the universe at stake.
I mean, all Dragon Ball Z endgames are like this, man. This is it. Frieza was Battle for the Universe, although I'm sure Majin Buu would have come and kick his ass eventually. But like, this is actually really funny that that Frieza knew about Majin Buu. And we find out about that in Super, which I think is really interesting. But Frieza's like, yeah, that's the one thing I'm not fucking with. Everything else is fair game. Nope, I'm good on that. Thanks.
We're out of here.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, so this is it, man. This is the final boss battle of the series.
True. And, DBZ did it well. So they rolled out the red carpet with Buu, and I think that's what makes him such a memorable villain.
Yeah, and I also, I shit on this decision last episode because Goku and Vegeta could have fused and made this so much easier for themselves. Mm-hmm. But I think they needed to do it like this because, the world's going to be saved by Vegito? No, it's going to be saved by Goku and Vegeta, the two protectors of the world. And
Word.
I think that's appropriate, because like they're going to be like, oh, where is this Vegito guy? Because the people over don't fucking understand that two people can become one person. They don't understand that at all. like Vegito, totally unrelated to Goku and Vegeta for some reason, where is that man?
There's like tabloids, secret love child.
Exactly.
Saiyans tell all.
They're just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, we're gonna do this ourselves. We're gonna do it our own way, and there's something admirable about that.
So, Supreme Kai transports himself, Dende, and Old Kai to a distant planet so that they'll be out of Goku and Vegeta's way, along with a crystal ball that allows them to watch the battle. Just a quick PPV, you know.
Yeah, I
get the
adore
wings,
this.
get the wings, get the snacks.
I adore that once, like, that crystal ball was spawned, like, when Gohan was doing his training, the entirety of the rest of the Toriyama series up until the end of Dragon Ball GT was watched through that fucking crystal ball.
True.
So funny.
Unfortunately, they forget to take Hercule and Bee along. They're just chilling out there.
Yep, they're just hanging out.
Just Triple H and a dog just chilling out there.
Imagine Kibito, how, like, because I know him and Shin, who's the Supreme Kai, are, you know, they're fucking fused at this point, but I can just imagine if Kibito was still his own person, like, he'd be having a stroke on the floor. Like, not only are Goku and Vegeta there desecrating, with Majin Buu, by the way, desecrating the land of the Kais yet again. They're just like, oh, sacred land? You mean our battleground? Like, no, we're good. Then Hercule Satan is the very first human being to put his fucking dumb feet on
Not his dumb feet, bro. Come on.
the land of Supreme Kais. Oh my lord, man. That's crazy.
That is crazy. I'll have to admit.
Like, of all of the human beings, of all of them, you know?
Not this guy.
No.
Definitely not this guy.
No.
Goku and Vegeta play rock, paper, scissors to decide who will fight first, and Goku wins.
Boys, is now really the time.
You know, Colton, we're not looking at each other, but do you want to have an all for nothing rock, paper, scissors right now?
Fuck it, why not?
Okay, ready?
Yep.
We're going to go on a says shoot.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, okay. Rock,
We're not
paper,
savages.
scissors. What's that?
We're not
ready.
savages, we says and shoot.
Yeah, fucking plebs. Ready?
All right, ready?
Okay, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, says,
and
shoot.
I choose
go with-
scissors.
You chose scissors too?
Oh, of course we did. Why
You
the fuck would?
motherfucker.
Why
Hilarious.
wouldn't this happen?
Imagine if we did that while the world was at stake, folks.
Yeah, pretty much. But let's be
we-
honest. Looking at the two of us, listening to the two of us in our entire podcast career, I think that we're the dumb motherfuckers that are going to do that. Mm-hmm. I really do.
I feel like we're destined to save the world.
Oh, yeah. Imagine. That would be amazing.
Yeah. He powers up to Super Saiyan 2 and starts beating up Buu. He blasts him apart, but he reforms. Classic Buu stuff. Buu creates another massive energy ball and throws it down at the planet. Goku is able to deflect it, but Buu guides the ball back around into the planet. You spin me right round like a record, baby. right back.
They seem to forget that he can just do that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of Majin Buu is just like, he can just do that.
Yeah. And it's just so crazy how much you have to learn about your enemy when they don't tell you anything. Cell and Frieza they needed their monologues. You know, Frieza was just an evil space dictator, and Cell was part evil space dictator, Goku and Vegeta. He needed to talk, otherwise he would have exploded. It was just... So, it's amazing how much trouble you will have with a foe when they just don't talk.
Right. Yeah. That's not Vegeta's style for sure.
No, God, no.
Buu creates another. Buu. Powerful shockwaves rock the entire planet, disfiguring its shape and leaving its surface ragged and uneven. Goku decides to power up to Super Saiyan 3.
Yeah, he just decides to fucking do that.
I love that decision-making process. He's like, whoa, okay, damn, all right, I guess we gotta do this.
Well, shit, okay, fine, you know?
Jesus.
Yeah, but, like, I understand the reluctance to do so because you can see how comfortable he is in Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 3, it's,
Still a new car.
Yeah, it's still a new car. You're still feeling it out. It's comparable to when he first went Super Saiyan and he had to like really focus on controlling that power and it would burn through him so easily. Remember when Gohan and Goku, like right before the Android saga, were kind of just chilling in Super Saiyan mode?
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, right before the Cell fights, they were just chilling in Super Saiyan mode?
Hanging.
Yeah, they did that to get more comfortable with that form, to make sure that it doesn't kill them while they're in it, so they can learn how to control their energy. That's the reason why Gohan and Goku are so comfortable in that state. And even Vegeta still seems to struggle with it because he never did that. So, this is still that brand new state where Goku's figuring out, what the fuck do I do with this? I have this much power. How do I use it?
And how do I use it well? How do I use it against this very unpredictable and extremely powerful opponent?
Exactly, yeah.
Jesus. Okay, episode 280, Vegeta's Respect. Which,
this was weird. Yeah. This was a weird episode.
Or Vegeta takes off his hat. Goku, you are number one.
We made this in the first recording of this podcast, but
yeah,
fucking hell, dude, does this make me laugh every time? Just like I like to think about him tipping his entire hair,
like a Lego.
Yeah, Lego, but it comes off and it just makes a just.
The widow's peak is still there, like it's not part of the
hairline. This is a really weird scar I got when I was a kid. You think my hairline's receding like the fucking golden arches?
I've been shaving this unibrow for years. Goku and Buu continue to fight, each taking powerful blows from each other. Buu folds himself into a ball again and hits Goku hard.
That seems to be one of Boo's favorite attacks. Like, he does that as Super Buu all the time.
The Buu ball?
The Buu ball.
Goku puts all of his energy into a massive Kamehameha, but Buu reforms afterward.
Of course he does. It's just crazy because Buu just lets his guard down. He's like, I don't give a shit. No matter how many times you blow me apart. If you don't vaporize me entirely, I'm there, man. Like, what are you going to do?
Goku returns to his normal state, collapsing from exhaustion. Vegeta then steps in, but finds he is no match for Buu. I can't believe this is how the wiki chooses to describe this, but Buu cleans his clock. And just this was written, this personal review was written by a 90-year-old man.
I love the idea that just like the guy in the wiki was just like, Vegeta gets his shit rocked. He's
like, ooh, better edit that.
Yeah, right.
There's kids on this website. Buu cleans that clock, and just as he's about to deal Vegeta the finishing blow, Goku pushes him out of the way. He then powers back up to Super Saiyan 3 and continues. Their furious fight. Vegeta reminisces about all of the fights he and Goku were in. He finally admits to himself that Goku is better.
I mean, like, he already knew. He already knew. It's not like a fucking mystery. It's just he had to come to terms with it, but I hate the way he did it.
Growth.
Yeah,
growth.
It's growth. I understand it's growth, but it sounds like he's giving up. And
character development. I mean, wouldn't you be giving up? This situation seems utterly hopeless.
No, because the way I think about life in general is you have two options and three outcomes. You either do nothing and get nothing, or you do everything and you get nothing, or you do everything and get everything. I'm going to give myself the chance at everything.
I see.
Like, it's just, that's the way that Goku is doing it. He's like, if I can still fight, I can pull a win out of my ass. I can make this work. It's like when I'm playing Smash and I'm losing. I'm like, how do I cheese this?
he loves an ass pull win. It's the best.
I mean, he really does. It's 90% of his wins. But like, it's the way to think about it. Because if you just give up, then you're just guaranteeing you're gone.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's something we could keep in mind going into episode 281. Minute of Desperation in the Funimation dub. But in the Ocean dub, pull through, Vegeta! 1 life-threatening minute.
Yeah. Holy shit, was this a crazy episode. Imagine being Vegeta. No, I'm just going to prime the episode. Imagine being Vegeta in this, and I want you to just think about what Vegeta has to fucking go through while Z reads this thing.
Yeah. Since it's a minute of desperation, I'm gonna try to challenge myself here. I'm gonna set a stopwatch and see if I can read the whole episode in a minute.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's see.
Okay. Here I go. Ready? Goku continues to fight Buu, but he seems to have the upper hand. He deals out a lot of damage to Buu, but as this fight goes on, his hits become weaker and weaker until they have virtually no effect at all. He tells Vegeta that it's his turn, but Vegeta declines, deciding that he is no match for Buu. He tells He tells Goku that Buu is too powerful for him and that Goku stands a much better chance of destroying him. Goku is shocked and unsettled by this admission, telling Vegeta that he deliberately let the fight drag on so that Vegeta could have a turn, and that he is now exhausted. Vegeta is horrified by this because now they cannot stop Buu. Goku unsuccessfully attempts to reassure Vegeta, telling him that he needs 1 uninterrupted minute to power up enough to destroy Buu. Despite the fact, right, unbelievable unfact. Despite the fact that Vegeta recognizes that he will need a miracle to survive a minute against Buu, now he reluctantly steps in while Buu is powering up, even though Goku tells him that if he is destroyed when he is already dead, Vegeta will no longer exist in any form. Buu thrashes Vegeta, but every time he gets knocked down, Vegeta gets up ready for more. Buu stretches out his arm, wraps it around Vegeta's neck, and begins choking him for fun. It's been more than 1 minute, and Goku hasn't generated the power he needs, which is very funny because I am at 1 minute and 23 seconds, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're 23 seconds overtime for the demise of Earth. So
classic. Wow, this really a mirror image, isn't it? yeah. So
man. It
Goku
just goes
needs
to
a
show
moment
you
to power up.
It just goes to show you how short a minute is, but also how long it is in that moment.
Sure.
Like,
Absolutely.
that was so fast. That went so fucking fast. And Vegeta's like, I can't last that long. What are you talking about? Like, this man could sneeze on me and I will be dead. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. He's got to hold him off for a minute.
He's literally doing the fucking Piccolo thing. And when they were fighting Frieza, Goku pulled the same shit with Piccolo. He's just like, yo, Piccolo, could you just distract Frieza for a minute? I gotta charge up this group up.
The fucking worst. He's the worst. He sucks.
You mind just holding this for a second?
You know, like, you're supposed to like shonen protagonists, and it just gets more difficult to enjoy.
I
Goku.
know it does, because like you just think about how easy it could have been if both of them were just like, I'm going to use the term that I found the other day that that describes DBZ so well. It's a term used to describe a show called Konosuba, which it's idiot plot. It's called the idiot plot, and the idiot plot trope is a series of situations that could be resolved pretty much immediately if all of the main cast weren't just so fucking dumb.
Idiot plot. I love that.
Like, it's true.
That
It's
shit's
true.
hilarious.
Like, it's so true. If they just objectively wanted to kill Buu, they would have fused into Vegito and just let it go. You know, like, just fucking go. It doesn't last forever. The fusion doesn't last forever for mortals. Like, it's just fucking get it over with.
Yeah. I mean, I just, it is late season DBZ. This is late writing for them. And like, with the thing that comes along with power creep is like, if you're gonna power creep your characters, there has to be an actionable plot underneath it.
Exactly.
And does DBZ have a great plot? Absolutely. Not even remotely making any assumptions about that. But there are parts where you're like, why? Why
would you do that?
Why would you do that?
Yeah, it's just you sometimes just find yourself slack-jawed in awe at the screen while you're watching this, and you're just like, what? Like, what? It's
right.
just ridiculous.
For this next title, I never thought I would need to say this ever.
No.
But we've got episode 282. We have now less than 10 episodes away from finishing Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, fuck.
Episode 282. Old Buu emerges in the ever sturdy Funimation dub, but in that wild little ocean dub. I think I'm gonna give this one a shot. Don't you pick on Satan. The original Buu is revived.
Says every 14-year-old in my lunchroom in high school. Oh my god.
Don't you pick on Satan, bro.
Did you have those like middle school Satanists in your school? Like...
I was one of those, unfortunately. Woo. You good? You alright over there? It's important. It's important to know your roots, you know? Like,
I'm okay. I know.
Vegeta's secret plan. Fuck. That's the next episode. I haven't. Wait, sorry.
Vegeta's like, bro, what the fuck?
Kid Buu is about to blast Vegeta when suddenly Hercule begins to taunt Buu. Buu drops Vegeta and turns his attention to Mr. Satan.
Oh yeah, this scene is actually really funny. Like, so Buu is literally holding Vegeta by the neck, and he's about to deliver the finishing blow, and then Hercule just starts talking shit, and he just whips around to Hercule and just drops Vegeta. Oh my god.
Like Vegeta's mangled and broken body having to come into impact with the earth, and the first thing he thinks is like, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad this happened.
Oh my god, so
Jesus.
funny, dude.
The world champ, thinking that this is all a dream, tries to attack Buu, but is obviously far too weak to do any damage.
You know what, man? I'm coming around. I love Hercule. I really do. I just love how like immune to reality he is. You know, I just like it's so unbelievable. I mean, let's be honest. If I saw half the shit that was going on, I'd be like, you know what? The only logical explanation to this must be it's a dream. You know what I mean? Like, it's the only reasonable explanation.
That's how dumb all this shit is.
Yeah, it's insane. I think Hercule really is just the kind of voice of the audience in this situation. Like, he's like, fuck it. This is a dream. You know, I'll wake up.
This next section is hilarious. This, just to conceptualize of this, I feel like I want to go and look up this clip later. Buu is about to destroy Hercule, but suddenly he stops in his tracks, clutching Hercule's head and beginning to scream.
No, yeah.
I just can imagine. Just like I open the door to your studio and you're like, oh, hey man, how you doing? Oh, I haven't seen you in ages. I just wordlessly approach you, just grasp both of your ears in a tight fist and just...
It would not be the strangest way you've entered my home.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
While Hercule gloats, Kid Buu wrestles with his mind for a while, and then spits out the fat form of Buu, who, though not part of his physical being, was still inside of Kid Buu.
Yeah, I mean, so that's basically what was going on, is we find out that, you know how they were just fighting Super Buu inside his head? So that was kind of going on with Kid Buu, because all of the absorption pods were, released when they got outside, including the one that contained Fat Buu, but that was inside Boo's head.
True.
So this kind of interior battle was going on this whole time, and obviously fucking Majin Buu is no match for Kid Buu. Like, I'm just gonna put it out there. Unfortunately, my big chunky boy not really pulling enough weight. No pun intended. But like, it's just so he was losing and losing and losing, and then Kid Buu's about to threaten Hercule, and Majin Buu's like, "Oh fuck that!" Like, he's like, "This is the only human being that I remotely give a shit about. You are not about to take that away from me again." So I love that. I love that Majin Buu is coming through this hard.
Yep. And I think he pulls his weight in the rest of this. I was reading ahead.
He does. He definitely does.
Shocked and inspired from seeing Fat Boo's still body, an enraged Hercule tries to beat up Kid Buu again, but fails. So now, evil Kid Buu has now thrown up the part of himself that stopped him from hurting Hercule in the first place, which is Fat Buu, because they were boys. Like,
absolutely, this is the pinnacle of Kid Buu. This is completely now unrestrained, because everything that kept him in check is now gone. He is a completely unrestrained creature of chaos and impulse.
Dang. Hate to see it. You really do hate to see it.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, Goku still can't gather enough energy. Buu attacks Hercule, but a blast from Fat Buu saves Hercule. Goku starts to lose energy and falls to the ground in his normal form.
Yeah, this was rough.
You're on like minute 8 there, Goku.
Yeah.
Episode 283, Earth Reborn, otherwise known as, I think I read this a couple episodes ago, Vegeta's Secret Plan, Palunga and the Two Wishes.
Palunga?
It is spelled Palunga in the ocean dub. I want to make that very clear.
That's so much less threatening. That sounds like the name of my imaginary friend when I was like 6.
But it's spelled Parunga in the Japanese transcription, which leads me to believe that the ocean dub literally didn't even try.
Yeah, I also just thought about this right now. Why does Parunga sound better than Palunga? They're both absolute nonsense.
I feel like Palunga sounds like something you could get on a sandwich. Like,
God.
Like, could I get could I get like a turkey and pepper jack, pickles, mayonnaise, lettuce, and do you have Palunga? Yeah, I'll take some of that.
Well, easy on the Palunga.
Of the roll, please.
You're right.
Palunga and the Few Wishes. It sounds like a name of like a neighborhood bar. Like, oh, you go to Palunga?
You have Palungas tonight?
Oh my god. Fat Buu is no match for Kid Buu, who begins to severely beat him. Hercule continues to try to help Fat Buu, but is ineffective.
There's like no nicer way to put that. Like, Buu just gets his fucking shit rocked.
Right? There's a lot of him to hit, so...
Yeah.
He's good. Vegeta suddenly comes up with a plan. He communicates with Dende, telling him to go to New Namek and gather the Dragon Balls. The Supreme Kai and the Old Kai take Dende there, and the Namekians are waiting with the 7 balls. Parunga is summoned, and Vegeta tells Dende his 2 wishes: to bring back the Earth and restore it to its undamaged state, as well as to bring back all of the non-evil people that died since the morning of the World Martial Arts Tournament.
Yeah, I mean, Vegeta just once again proving how wildly intelligent he actually is.
Great thinking.
Yeah. On the battlefield, there is no one smarter than Vegeta. Except for Piccolo, actually, now that I think about it. But Piccolo and Vegeta go toe-to-toe with their intelligence. The only thing holding Vegeta back is his dumb fucking pride. That's it. That's the only thing holding him back.
the only reason that he's such a great strategist is also the same reason that he has this kind of hubris and this excessive pride is because he's a prince. He was born and trained to be a king one day. Like, he was born to be the king of all Saiyans. Like, so of course he knows how to, like, think strategically, you know?
Yeah, and I just love the idea that Vegeta just kind of settled into being one of the Z fighters. He's just like, you know what? Fuck it. You're better than me, Goku. Whatever. It's just a thing. Oh, right. I forgot you guys have fucking access to unbelievably reality bending bullshit. Let me just commandeer that for a second. I know how to get us out of this shit.
Right. Long way from having his wish stolen on Namek.
Oh, yeah.
These wishes are granted, and even Vegeta himself comes back to life, proving that he is no longer evil.
Yeah, he needed to get that out. He needed to get that out in season 8. You know?
And I think that even if that was still something the universe was holding against him, I think this act is an act of just goodness. That he's like, I'm gonna die, but what if I could just make everything slightly better before this happens? Hopefully Kakarot kicks this thing's ass, like he always does. I'll pass into the next life. I'll go wait in the waiting room. They'll wish me back when they find another dragon. But my wife will go out into the yard and get the Dragon Balls. Like, you know,
like, but I also, like, I think it was more dire than that, because Vegeta was on his last life. Like, he's like, I'm gone if this happens. I'm gone forever. I'm big gone. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I want to at least give the rest of the universe a chance. Let's not mince words here. Vegeta's committed universal genocide. Like, let's just not, all before he was 20. Like, let's just not mince words here. You know, like, this man killed a lot of people. So, but at the same time, he is risking everything to save the rest of the universe, because he realizes that that's more important. And I think that's what kind of tips the universal scales in his favor and puts him on the side of good. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah. Continuing his strategic streak, Vegeta finally reveals his main part of his plan to destroy Buu, the Spirit Bomb.
Yeah.
Leading us into episode 284, right? Which is Call to Action in the Funimation dub, and in the Ocean dub, A Last Hope. We will make a huge Genki Dama.
Yeah. It's very underwhelming to hear it said like that.
I think Genki Dama still sounds pretty cool to me.
I feel like Genki Dama sounds like a Street Fighter move, though. You know what I mean?
Genki Dama sounds like a My Hero Academia character.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Oh, that's really true. It's like Denki's weird cousin.
Genki.
Genki. It's his alter ego because he's wildly uncreative. Oh, man, I love him. But, yeah, so I really find it interesting that Vegeta is the one who proposes this move, because we're about to end Dragon Ball Z, and Vegeta's like, oh, you remember that shit you used on me?
Yeah.
Do that.
Do that shit. Do it again.
Yeah. We're starting, like, the first big Dragon Ball Z fight was ended with a Spirit Bomb, and we are going out the same door we came in. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, I like, what works. Like, you can't, why fix, if it's broke, don't fix it. Like,
exactly. It worked against Frieza, kind of. It worked against Vegeta. It worked against Vegeta. They didn't try it on Cell. And now it's gonna work against Buu.
I mean, like, that's like, I feel like that's preferred, right? Like, you don't need to use it. Like, it's like kind of the best weapon's the one you don't have to fire, so you're able to dispatch Cell without using the Spirit Bomb. Like,
yeah, technically this isn't canon, but it worked on Broly, so why not? You know,
true. We believe in Broly on this podcast.
Absolutely. I actually believe in the new Broly. I love the new Broly.
The people of Earth come back to life, including the Z Fighters and their friends. Goku gets into position to create the Spirit Bomb, and with the help of King Kai, Vegeta speaks to the entire population of Earth. What a fucking Zoom call. Unbelievable. How are you supposed to know who's talking?
That is true, yeah. Holy shit, man.
He tells them what's going on. He's like, hey guys, Vegeta here. Vegeta for Vsauce here. And and that
hey guys, Vsauce here.
and to defeat I'm the sauce boss. They need to raise their hands up and offer their energy. Only Goku and Vegeta's family and friends comply. No one else is willing to listen to a mysterious voice from the sky.
Especially not fucking Vegeta's. Like, you know what? Vegeta, I love you, man. I do. I really, really do. But you don't exactly have the most soothing of voices. You know, just... Like, you don't have the way with words that the other Z fighters do. I mean, you're correct. 90% of the people you're talking to are essentially just like more intelligent gorillas, but like I understand, like, you know what I mean? It's just a complete lack of understanding of what's going on and a complete lack of desire to understand what's going on.
What a comparison when the Saiyans are literally gorillas.
Oh no! I can't. Oh no! Fuck. Oh my god!
You know what? I'm gonna miss talking about this fucking mess. Right, so they gotta raise their hands up, they're off of their energy, only Goku and Vegeta's family and friends comply, no one else is willing to listen to a mysterious voice from the sky. Vegeta repeatedly pleads with the Earthlings, but to no avail. While this is going on, Fat Buu is buying them time by fighting, in giant air quotes, Kid Buu, but it's not going well.
No, it's definitely not. It's actually really funny you mentioned that like people aren't responding to Vegeta's voice because there's literally a lady that pipes up and goes, I don't like the way he sounds. He sounds mean.
Yeah, classic.
Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Vegeta's diplomacy checks have always been low. They're never been good. Like,
that man does not roll. He is a strength build. That's it. Like, that's a strength constitution build, 100%.
Intimidation.
Yeah, Vegeta's definitely the barbarian of the group.
Goku hasn't gathered nearly enough energy to destroy Buu, which leads us to episode 285, People of Earth Unite, or, in the Ocean dub, Ultra Impressive! The Genki Dama from everyone is finished.
Oh, dude. This episode is fucking insane, and I can't wait to talk about it.
It's unfortunate that we're in this position to begin with, but Vegeta continues to plead with the people of Earth, but no one will listen to him.
Of course not.
Fat Buu has finally lost all of his energy, so Vegeta is forced to fight Kid Buu. He is no match for him and gets severely beaten. But now he's alive. So he's back on his life plus one. You know?
Yeah.
Like, we're good. Now Goku asks the Earthlings to raise up their arms in small pockets of people who recognize his voice from the other 2 fucking times he's asked them to do this. Or just like the sound of it, do so. But the vast majority remain uninterested.
Yeah, because like there's a few people that recognize Goku, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's Goku." You remember General Tao?
Yeah, from the first to second season.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh fuck, that's Goku." He probably knows what he's talking about. Fuck it, whatever. And he raises his hands up, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah, General Tao!"
Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy. Let's go.
And like even the people who he's kicked the shit out of realize, okay, Goku's not a bad guy. He's not a bad dude. Like, he knows what he's talking about, and he wouldn't be asking anybody to do this shit if it wasn't literally dire. So, fuck it, whatever.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Piccolo, Gohan, Goten, and Trunks spread out into the city, hoping to convince people to raise their arms. Hercule has finally had enough, and he speaks to the people of Earth. When they hear the familiar voice of the world champion, all of the people of Earth raise their arms and offer their energy. The spirit bomb is finally ready.
Dude, fucking, like, I just...
Everyone?
Man, this is Hercule's, like, first time talking, like, to the gods. Like, you know what I mean? Like, imagine... like, think about it this way.
What a great way to put it.
Think about it this way. Like, you already have a super high opinion of Hercule. You already think he's the savior of the universe. And then he comes through as an omnipotent voice into your head. And it's just like, you need to do this. The universe is at stake. And I'm just like, this is so batshit crazy. This is if Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, like, addressed the world and said, I need your help fighting Space Hitler.
Hey, y'all. This weird genie just popped up, and I'm about to give him the rock bottom. Please buy some Terramana tequila.
It's about drive. It's about power.
It's about... Yeah, no, I trust him. I trust him. I would be one of these people that's like, oh, that's the rock. Oh, yeah, sure.
I would probably raise my hands in confusion and then just inadvertently get my power sucked out of me.
Dude, I'd do anything The Rock says, bro. Oh, man. Oh, God, I love it. Imagine if Stone Cold Steve Austin saved the world from an existential threat.
Oh, God.
All right, that leads us to episode 286, Spirit Bomb Triumphant. Or in that famously spoil-heavy bitch, the ocean dub, Son Goku is strongest after all. Majin Buu is defeated.
Yeah.
Eliminated.
Eliminated. That's a cool
Eliminated. One. Excuse me.
Ooh, I love that. I love that a lot. That's like, you know what? That's an episode title where you're just sitting there like, all right, you know what? Fuck it. I got the next 20 minutes to kill. I already know what happened. Good night, everybody. Like, just
hello, PB&J. All right. That's what I would do at that age, personally.
I got the Fire Temple and Ocarina of Time calling my name.
Goku is ready to throw the spirit bomb, but Vegeta is in the way, and despite Vegeta's pleas otherwise, he refuses to take out Vegeta along with Buu. Suddenly, Fat Buu gets up and holds Kid Buu down long enough for Hercule to pull Vegeta to safety.
Yeah.
Kid Buu then kicks Fat Buu aside, and Goku throws the spirit bomb.
I hate to admit it, but Hercule is definitely one of the best supporting cast in this show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I hate to say
low B tier. Low B tier to high C tier.
I'd say low B tier in terms of usefulness to the crew. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't do anything even remotely, like, good for the show. Like, he doesn't do anything remotely good for the fights, but, like, he really does clean up the aftermath pretty good.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like Toriyama wanted to include, like, human characters, like Bulma and Hercule, and, like, you can go even, and Chi-Chi, and, like, you could go even further back and, like, talk about, like, Ox King, or like any of the characters that show up that are purely human characters. Krillin, you know? Exactly. So it's not all about the Saiyans. It's about humans helping these creatures who came to the Earth to destroy it. Eventually save it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, man. Alright, where am I at? Excuse me. It hits Kid Buu, but he starts pushing it back, the spirit bomb. Goku uses all of the little energy he has left trying to push it back at Kid Buu, but he is too powerful. After a brief panic, Vegeta suddenly remembers, thank God, that they have a third wish with Purunga still waiting. I mean, I want to playing Candy Crush. Like, he's like, oh, whatever you want. Like,
I just want to, like, I want to yell at Vegeta, but, like, man, is there a lot going on in front of him that I almost think I would forget about that, too. You know, like, we already got everything settled out. Now we just got to throw the spirit bomb. You know, I get that, you know, but holy shit, what a time to forget you have a wish.
What a time to forget you have a wish. 100%. Okay. Wow. So, he instructs Dende to wish for Goku's power level to be restored to its normal, healthy level. The wish is granted, and upon turning into a Super Saiyan, Goku is easily able to force the Spirit Bomb back at Majin Buu.
Yeah, he literally just goes like, did you ever play Budokai 3?
Maybe. Yeah, it's kind of tough to differentiate between.
Yeah, I mean, there was a Spirit Bomb finisher that Goku had where he did this exact thing where he was just like, he does it in normal form and then it clashes with the enemy and they got to like push it back and he just turns Super Saiyan and he just goes sayonara and then that's it. I'm just like, it was a cool finisher. I loved that. But
classic.
Like that was this is exactly where that came from. And it was just so cool to see Buu struggling with the Spirit Bomb. And he's just like snarling and just angry and just this pure being of evil getting like torn apart by the Spirit Bomb. And Goku's sitting there looking at him. Just that Super Saiyan hair and just that smile that Goku's got. And he's just like, that's it, Buu. And just done. I'm like, oh, so cool, man.
100%.
Ah.
So, as he does so, he silently wishes that Buu had been a better person and hopes to fight him someday in the future.
Yeah, that's one thing about Goku is he just like wishes his enemies would come back. That's
it's the worst. The worst with helping his enemies, really.
Yeah, honestly. But like I kind of like why Goku did this. You know, I used to think it was really weird that this is the only person that he would do this with, but it kind of makes sense because Majin Buu has shown the capacity to be good. You know, we have Fat Buu right there. You know, it's like, what about if this side of, you know, Majin Buu, this absolute power that Majin Buu has, what if that was brought into a person on our side? You know, right. What would that do for the universe if that was brought to us? And guess what? We find out.
True. Got to get into that. The Spirit Bomb hits with full force, finally destroying the evil childlike Majin Buu permanently. After billions of years of destruction, he has finally been brought to justice.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's literally billions of years that this thing has been around. Like, it's crazy to think about.
Nope. No thanks.
Nope.
Nothing should exist for that long. So, episode 287, Celebrations with Majin Buu, or in the Ocean dub, Peace Returns! Majin Buu, a champion of justice? So,
yeah, I love it. I love Majin Buu, man.
Boo's a good guy now, man. He's chilling.
Big, chunky boy. He's my favorite. I love him.
Yeah, you have a Fat Buu pop figure, I think, right?
I do. He's so fun. And, like, he's just such a fun character, you know, especially after he becomes good, you know, because I love that idea. One of my favorite tropes is an enemy turning to a good guy. I don't know why. I just love it. And when Majin Buu started to turn,
you're a real sucker from friends to enemies to friends.
I just love it. And when Majin Buu started to become good, I was like, yes! Is this how we resolve the Majin Buu arc?
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, the Supreme Kai brings himself, Dende, and old Kai back to the planet of the Kais. Dende heals Vegeta and Goku for the final time. A weird phrasing.
Dende's just like, that's it. You've run out of freebies. Next one's $2.99.
No more of this. What's your copay?
Guardian Insurance.
Capsule Corp.
Dende's like, I could be getting paid for this shit. What the fuck?
Hercule finds the still body of Fat Buu and asks Dende to heal him so that he won't die. Vegeta objects and tells Hercule to move aside so that he may destroy him. Vegeta claiming that it is too dangerous for any form of Majin Buu to survive.
That's a logical thought, you know?
I can see where he's coming from, at least.
Yeah, especially considering he sacrificed his own life to destroy that very visage of Majin Buu.
Yeah. Vegeta, oh, sorry, that's the next line. Hercule continues to plead with him. Goku takes Hercule's side, explaining to Vegeta that it was Fat Buu who saved Vegeta's life right before Goku threw the Spirit Bomb. Vegeta reluctantly agrees, and the fat Majin Buu is healed. So he's like, fine, whatever. Okay, clear enough.
Yeah, he was about to do the fucking Ginyu Force thing, where he just, like, knee stomps the rest of them while they're down. Like...
Not so good.
Absolutely.
Supreme Kai takes them all back to Dende's lookout where they reunite with friends and family. Goku tells his family that old Kai gave him his life so that he can stay on Earth for good, as Chi-Chi breaks down in tears and hugs Goku after, like, an extremely long time away from him being dead and then being dead alive and then being fully alive and fighting, and now he's good.
Goku spends about 18 minutes with Chi-Chi and then goes off and fucks off to do his other stuff that he does for some reason.
I don't know if we know about that, because in this next section, 6 months later, they use their remaining wish with Shenron, asking him to erase the memory of Majin Buu from the mind of everyone on Earth so that the good Buu can assimilate into society.
That is true. We don't actually know what Goku does in these little interstitials.
6 months. 6 months. I bet that, he became a family man for, like, a good 6 months. And
I mean, in Super, we see him kind of being a family man. So
taking out the trash and shit,
Yeah, I know, right? Can you imagine Goku taking out the fucking garbage?
Yeah, he just throws it in the fucking air and hits it with a Kamehameha. It's just
gone.
Like,
bro, how useful would that power be?
Unbelievable.
Oh, my God.
Whew. All right, sheesh. Supreme Kai takes it all. Yeah, right. Goku tells his family that, okay, we're good. So, episode 288. He's always late. Colton, they made an episode about you.
I mean, just because I showed up 15 minutes late for the recording with a bag of KFC doesn't mean you get to shit on me for it.
I see. The KFC chicken sandwich. I see. It's all coming together now.
Listen, man, I need that crispy.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
Oh, yeah.
In the ocean tub. You're late, Goku. Everyone, party.
I hate that. I hate that so much. Like, I hate the idea.
It's upsetting to think about, yeah.
I hate the idea of somebody walking into a party and going, everyone, party! It's either one of two things are going to happen. Either one, everyone's going to stop. Because it's like, it's such a lame thing to say. Or like, I would be there and I'd be like, yes, it is.
So good. Oh, that's so good. The party switch should now be in the on position.
You know what? You might hate me for this, but I can actually see you walking into a room and say... I can see that being your opening line to a party.
You'll be hearing from my attorney.
Oh, God.
Episode 288. Bulma has invited everyone to a barbecue at Capsule Corporation. Oh, that sounds so much fun. God, that sounds like so much fun. I would literally die for that experience, honestly.
Imagine, like, Bulma, one of the nicest people in anime, being the richest person on the planet and hosting a barbecue. Like, just...
Yeah.
She's probably like, yo, I want literally the best food you could possibly have here.
Some Wagyu beef real quick.
Yeah, and everybody's invited. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, people off the street, sick, come through. Like,
let's get it.
I don't give a fuck. Let's go.
Goku's family is ready to leave. The only problem is that Goku, on brand, is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, of course he isn't.
A frustrated Chi-Chi and the boys leave without him. While everyone is having a good time at the party, Goku is up on a mountaintop looking after some eggs that are ready to hatch. Yeah. He protects them from a storm and from predators, and after they hatch, he finally arrives at the party to the delight of everyone. What the fuck do you mean? Was the party for 3 weeks? What do you mean when they hatched? I guess they said they're ready to hatch. So, like,
Bulma throws some fucking ragers, man. Like... Yeah. just I don't know. I don't know. Goku, just this doesn't concern you, buddy. This just doesn't. Like,
It's weird.
You got another family. Like, you got an actual family.
Please, buddy. Please. Yeah, no, I think that, you deserve a party. You deserve a celebration after dealing with the massive threat that's Majin Buu and everything working out relatively well. I
agree.
You kind of deserve to blow off a little steam, I figure. But Goku is like kind of like a never rest kind of person. And
yeah, I can relate.
Very frustrating.
This must be what it's like to deal with me and my many thousands of projects.
Yes.
No even remote hesitation. That was the worst part.
No. None needed.
Good.
Episode 289, our last 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my goodness.
Granddaughter Pan, or in the Ocean dub, Grandpa Goku, I am Pan.
Oh yeah, this is a cute episode.
I just can imagine my whole kitchen just going, I am Pan, I am Spoon, I am Air Fryer.
Okay, come on. Oh no.
Yeah. I'm proud of that bit, personally, we're good.
All right, that was a me-tier joke.
Gotta give it back to you, just so you know.
God,
just
is
so
that
you know
what that feels like?
It's what it's like, yeah.
Rain, I'm so sorry.
It is 10 years later, and not much has changed. Much has changed, excuse me. No, that's the complete other opposite end of that. It's 10 years later, and much has changed.
Time to take a drink. I just snarfed my water.
Snarfed. What an adjective. What a verb. Oh my god. Jeez. Much has changed. Gohan has become a scholar, and Trunks and Goten are in their late teens. Goku is training with Goten when Bulma and Vegeta, who have a new daughter, Bola, show up after not seeing him in 5 years.
Yeah, this is cool. I really like the progression, and I love to see Goten training with Goku. That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because you can see that Gohan had no interest in being a fighter. He's just like, I'll save the world. I'll do it once. I don't give a fuck. But like, no, I want to be this. I want to follow my own dream. And Goten is like Goku's kid. Gohan is Chi-Chi's kid. Like, that's just how it works. And Goten's like, no, fuck that. I'm saving the world. What are you talking about?
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me? I guess it's because he grew up with Trunks. If Goku and Vegeta grew up side by side, it'd pretty much be the same thing. True.
Goku says that he and Goten will be entering the World Martial Arts Tournament, so Vegeta says that he and Trunks will do the same. The day of the tournament comes, old friends catch up, everyone has arrived to watch. Gohan, who is now married to Videl, has decided not to enter. However, his daughter Pan will fight. Since there is no junior division this time, she will be fighting with the adults. Both Hercule and Buu will also be fighting. However, Goku disturbs the group by saying that there is someone who is 100% human who can threaten to beat him and Vegeta.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Pan is 4 years old and being entered into the adult division.
Incredible.
Just want to put that as a problem. But also, this is a...
I just want to put that as a problem.
That's a problem. That's a problem. It's a
definitely
4-year-old, please.
I would say that's a problem.
That's a bit of an issue. But like, I also thought this was crazy that, Goku, imagine Goku coming up to you and go, hey, so humanity finally caught up to the Saiyans. Like, imagine him saying that to Vegeta.
Right.
Like, humanity caught up to the Saiyans, and there's a human being that could just fucking wipe the floor with us if we're not careful.
Right,
like,
if you wanted to, yeah.
Oh my god. If I was Vegeta, I would have had a stroke on the fucking martial arts tournament floor. that would have been it, man. I just been, okay, you know what? Fuck it, whatever. Just crazy sauce. And it also just goes to show you that Saiyans like humans, or humans like Saiyans, almost have no upper limit to their potential. So they were just further behind than Saiyans. That's all it was.
The Saiyans just being pretty much ahead of the curve, essentially.
Yeah, that's it. They were just further along the chain.
All right, let's do it. The last 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, we'll do this as a one-parter because the first part of this is... the second part is important.
Yeah. So, we've got episode 290, Boo's Reincarnation, or in the Ocean dub. Second to last time. I am Oob. Now 10 years old. The former Majin.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
So the seeding draw for the tournament begins, and Goku asks Majin Buu to use his magic to rig it so that he faces the powerful mystery fighter that he had talked about. In the first match, Pan faces an adult man by the name of Wild Tiger, and the 4-year-old easily dispatches him.
I mean, she's Gohan and Videl's daughter. What did you expect? Like,
At 4, dog? At 4, my God.
dude, what was Gohan doing at 4? He was fighting Frieza.
Next, I think it was a little older than that.
All right, 6.
Next up, against Goku, is a 10-year-old boy named Oob. Oob is the reincarnation of the evil Kid Majin Buu, which Oob is just Buu backwards.
Yep. Great.
King Yemma poking his head back into the fucking fray.
I know.
King Yemma apparently heard Goku's wish right before evil Buu destroyed, and he reincarnated him into a good 100% human person named Oob. Oob is apprehensive, so to bait him into fighting, Goku eventually resorts to taunting the young boy. After a particularly nasty insult and a kick to the face, Oob has snapped and is now ready to fight.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so they get through that in order to get to our final episode. Our final episode, man.
Yeah, it's bittersweet, you know, because I know this isn't the last of our Dragon Ball content, but
No,
this is it,
probably
man.
not.
This is the end of the mainline Dragon Ball Z. This is it.
And it ends in such a heartfelt way, and it ends with, you know, more of an example of this plotline that starts up and leads up into GT. But it also ends with one last fucking ridiculous Ocean dub title.
Oh, give it to me. Give it to me.
Episode 291. Goku's next journey in the Funimation dub. And finally, in the Ocean dub, even stronger! Goku's dream is super huge.
No, I refuse.
I'm getting a drink.
I refuse.
What the fuck is this?
Refuse to they're not ending it like that. No, they're not.
Goku's dream is super huge.
Guys.
It's hyphenated. It's hyphenated.
I hate that's worse. It's almost worse. It's just oh no. Nope. No.
Yep,
I'm good.
And now we can say goodbye.
Let it sink to the bottom of the ocean. That's it.
Forever. Sick of this garbage. Goku and
find
Oob
out
begin
that
to fight, and it is clear that Oob doesn't know much about fighting.
Yeah.
But as the match goes on, he learns more and more of his hidden power is released until he is able to go toe-to-toe with Goku in his base state without Goku powering up.
Yeah.
When Goku does power up slightly in his normal state, Oob nearly falls out of the ring, but Goku saves him from hitting the ground, which would cause him to ring out or ground out by...
Exactly,
in the martial arts tournament, if both your feet touch the ground. It's like the Royal Rumble, like you gotta go home. Like, it's done, you're out.
Yep.
So he saves him from hitting the ground. He realizes that Oob doesn't even know how to fly, so Goku decides to stop their match in order to train him. Despite friends and family pleading with Goku to stay, he flies away with Oob on his back. Goku decides to train Oob to defend the Earth when he is gone. He hopes one day, when Oob's training is complete, they will have a real all-out match with him to test their power. Goku and Oob fly off into the distance with whoops of joy. End of series of Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, what an insane way to end this. Hey, I'm just gonna go, Chi-Chi, Gohan, Videl, I'm gonna go train this random village boy. Goku, you just got back. I'm gonna go train this random village boy, okay? Goku, you just got back. I'm going to train this random village boy.
You don't understand. I blew up the evil him, but now he's good. Goku, say what you just said back to yourself slowly, please.
It really is that.
Oh my god.
Oh man, this show is so fucking ridiculous.
It's provided us with so many laughs.
I love it so much. And you know what? I can't believe we made it. Like,
We did it.
This is the grandpappy of all shonens. Like, this is, you know what? There's a lot of shonen anime that came out before this, but this, none quite like this. None as accessible as Dragon Ball Z was to a Western audience. And
True.
As much as I hate to make it seem like that the USA was the fucking crux of the anime boom, it really was. Like, it was, because it introduced so many people in the US to Eastern anime. And like, it really got people on board here, and then the rest of the world kind of was just like, oh fuck, this is awesome. Yeah. And like, we really just took this show and fucking ran with it. Like, this was my experience. So many people our age grew up on this. This was our first shonen anime. Gundam Wing was our first mecha anime.
Sure.
Like, I don't know about you, but my first Sentai anime was Ronin Warriors, the anime of the 90s.
Ronin Warriors, yeah!
So fucking important. All of those shows were so important. Can we do a Gundam Wing series?
We can absolutely do a Gundam Wing series, and we can absolutely do a Ronin Warriors series.
Oh, God. I don't even remember the names of the people that I love. The orange ones.
Sai of the Torrent, Sage of the Halo, and Ryu of the Wildfire. Like, what are you talking about?
Ryu of the Wildfire. Who was the orange one?
No one cares about the orange one. We know this.
I did. He was my favorite one.
Well, clearly the fuck not. So
I don't remember his name. I didn't remember Ryu's name. Are you kidding me?
You have Google. I don't understand what you're doing here. Like,
Hold on. Wait. Orange Ronin Warrior. I'm not letting this
I
go.
hope you've enjoyed this series on Dragon Ball Z. We're going to end it with an argument on Ronin Warriors.
I'm not letting this fucking go. Oh, no, wait. Just give me a fucking second. Hold on.
Give him a second. Hold on.
Plot, characters.
Yeah, Sage of the Halo was my boy, man. I love the green armor. So cool.
Kento.
Of the what? Kento of the what?
Kento Ray Fang.
No, idiot. What is his power?
His power, Kento of the Hard Rock? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
The element of earth, and he had this fucking bat with spikes on it. Get the fuck out of here.
I remember him. Yeah,
my favorite man. I loved him. So yeah, like, that was it. This was all of my introduction into anime, and Dragon Ball Z was just the right amount of stupid and violent that I needed when I was a kid. And like, I forged so many friendships through Dragon Ball Z. I learned to draw because I loved how the characters in Dragon Ball Z looked.
Same.
I like fucking played video. I got into fighting games because there was a Dragon Ball Z fighting game. Like, I just can't tell you how much I adored this show. I have vivid memories of me trying to fucking fly when I was younger because all I heard that you needed was a happy thought and concentration. So like, that's all I'm like. This show did so much for my childhood, and I forged so many friends through it, and it was just such an important show. And you can see its influence everywhere, in every anime that has come out since, you can see it. Naruto reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. One Piece reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. Fairy Tail reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. Fucking My Hero Academia definitely reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. It's crazy.
As well it should, I think, because I think it left kind of an indomitable will onto anime that I don't really think it has been matched. Like, it's something that, like, we don't really... I think that so many people take for granted, and so many things has been, like, a backbone for something else, like, but... I think this is the one experience that everyone can have in common when it comes to anime.
And you know what? You don't even have to, like, love the show to go back and watch it and just understand its influence. Like, you could go back, someone who's never watched Dragon Ball Z can go and watch it today and be like, oh, fuck, this is where all of that started.
You know what I think you could do? Like, I think you could host a house party and just, like, have an episode of Dragon Ball Z on with no audio and over the music, and just people would just be like, oh, this is just like a vibe. Like, it's just like...
People would be like... My understanding of that would be, if I had a house party like that and I had a giant DBZ TV up, I would have the audio-less episode. I could see people sitting there just talking about the scenes and just being like, oh, this is it. This is the over 9,000 line. This is like... people going over the lines with each other, like, holy shit, it's an experience.
Get drunk and redub Dragon Ball Z real quick.
Fucking hell, can we?
That would be awesome.
That would be so much fun. Like, I just can't express my pure, undying love for this show and just how important it was to me. I could go back and watch this. I mean, I made the joke in the podcast like 6 times, but I think I've watched Dragon Ball Z from start to finish 30 times.
Okay, we're just going to do some quick math on that.
Yeah, it's a lot of hours. That's a lot of hours.
That's 291 episodes times 30 times watching. That's 8,730. So that's times 24 hours in a day. Divided by, excuse me, I'm not an idiot. Colton, I'd like to let you know that you spent a full year watching Dragon Ball Z.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. Whether I just have it on in the background or whether I'm just like, looking it up, or when I'm just watching it at work, I love the show. I adore it so much, and I can recite most episodes line by fucking line at this point.
Terrifying.
It's one of those shows, man. I love it, and it never gets any less entertaining. And breaking it down like this and just presenting it all for you guys has made me so unbelievably happy. I can't even describe it.
Yeah, it's been a journey, but, we made it through together. DBZ
Absolutely.
is a big series about relying on your friends and relying on the people in your life. And,
of course.
Going beyond, just sort of like, when all hope seems lost, just recognizing that you have your own individual strengths and that occasionally you need to lean on others or tap into processes or powers that maybe have been foreign to you up until that point in order to do what is ultimately the right thing to do, which is to save people. Yeah.
It taught me to really kind of break through all of my limits in life. And it taught me in a really stupid way, obviously. But like when you're a kid, you're just like, oh, I can do anything like Goku. I can be like Goku. I can do anything I put my mind to. And that's what I think is super important. It taught a lot of kids that, you know what? Yeah, you got limits, but you can push them. You can push them and you can break through them and set your own limits.
I feel like this whole experience is as close as I'll ever feel to going Super Saiyan. I feel very powerful right now.
I feel at peace. I feel like a calm washed over me, and I'm just like, this is so nice, And I hate to bring the mood down a little bit, but I just do want to say true. I'd like to dedicate this episode to to Chris Ayres, who we just lost, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. speaking of Dragon Ball Z powerhouses, holy shit, dude. Like, I mean, with Kai being released, Dragon Ball Z being introduced to a brand new audience of people, we had Chris Ayres doing the voice of Frieza, you know, one of the most iconic anime villains of all time. And he brought such a life and such a color to it that is unbelievable to listen to. And as much as I loved Linda Young's Frieza, I will forever think of Chris Ayres as Frieza, because with Kai and with Super and with the Resurrection F movie, you can just hear his love for the series. This is a man who watched Dragon Ball Z and said, I could be Frieza. And then one day got the call to be Frieza and is like, oh, finally. Like, this is that man, you know? Yeah. And you can hear just how much fun it was for him to do that. And it makes me happy. It brought color to my favorite anime villain, because Frieza's a fucker, man. And like, he's just so much fun to watch on screen. And he just made it so much more fun to watch.
Frieza's one of the first villains I can remember ever being afraid of. I can ever remember wondering if he would triumph over the hero. And to hear that there was someone new doing Frieza, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's, that makes sense. But, I don't know if I'll love it as much as, previous performances. And then I heard a lot of the Frieza lines that Ayres was putting down, and it seemed like just something had coagulated and something had really solidified in that character, and he was able to present it in a way that was totally brand new, but also was definitely, as you stated, an homage to the original character and the feeling of the original series and the original voice performance. And I'm sure that Chris Ayres has as many other credits elsewhere, but obviously we bring this up because I think that the DBZ fandom is completely gutted over this loss, and to hear like the outpouring of support from the other voice actors and the posts from not only his partner, who obviously to her and Chris's family and friends, we obviously offer our condolences here at the Tryforce. Of course. But I think that, if there is so much pain and such a feeling of loss, it's because that actor gave something to that community and gave something to that fandom that it sorely needed and appreciated. And I just hope that wherever he is at, in however you feel about it, that energy just gets to him somewhere.
Yeah, and you know what I just thought about now, and something that you said, that he just touched this community so deeply, that imagine such a deeply rooted fandom like Dragon Ball Z getting one of their original voice actors replaced, and everyone that was on board with the original voice actor looked at this new guy and went, yeah, fuck it, he sounds great, let's go.
Right.
Like, when has that ever happened?
Almost never.
Like, that's so crazy to think about.
Almost never.
He's just like, okay, new voice, Frieza, fuck it, sounds great, let's go. Like, that's so crazy now that I think about it. And I just love the idea that, like, the tweets that came out about it are just so heartwarming, where Chris Sabat's like, my favorite was Chris Sabat's tweet. He's like, I could see him up there knocking on the gates of Otherworld, coming up with this cockamamie reason why he should be let in. Like, I just think it was so funny. I'll
have to give a shout out to Sean Schemmel's post, obviously the voice of Goku, that stated that they would fight again in the next life, and that these two men were such an embodiment of the characters of Goku and Frieza, that even in the unfortunate message that he's putting out due to the loss of a close friend and colleague, it even then has this tie back to this series. That's how deeply appreciated, loved, and kind of revered these characters are. And Goku Frieza is like one of the rivalries of anime.
Yeah. That's like, if you know any anime, you know Goku versus Frieza. That's it. That's just it. So I love it, man. And rest in peace to one of the greats. And I'm gonna close it off with just a one hearty all hail Lord Frieza.
All hail Lord Frieza. Oh my god, the most fantastic transformation ever witnessed.
Oh god, so cool.
A person
Such a
that
cool character.
Unfortunately, passed away due to a horrible disease, but it will forever remain just celebrated by this group of people. And
absolutely.
I think that as an actor, as an artist, if your life is to unfortunately come to a shorter end than you might have expected, to know that this work is so equivalent to the love that was outpoured to you during your life, I'm sure that is probably pretty satisfying.
Of course. It's incredible to know that your voice is immortalized forever through this amazing character. I think that's cool.
And I think we're pretty amazing characters for getting through this.
I think so too, man. I was listening to all of our I was listening to our entire series of this. And it's so crazy because we started Dragon Ball Z pretty early in the Tryforce podcast annals of history, that you can hear how we evolve as a podcast from the beginning of this series to now.
Mm-hmm. I remember when we were still doing our previews, when I would say last time on Dragon Ball Z, and you would cut together a bunch of very funny stuff before the intro, right?
Yeah, that was when I had time. I'm not gonna mince words.
That's so funny.
If I could do my editing in a hyperbolic time chamber, that'd be great. But shit. But yeah, man, it's just so cool to have done this with you, and I can't wait to finish the rest of DB. Oh God, I almost said DBZ. I can't wait to finish the rest of the Dragon Ball universe with you, man. I don't know what to do next, GT or Super.
Yeah,
they're both so cool.
Vote now on your phones. Go to Twitter. Go to Twitter and tell us how you feel. We'll put up a Twitter poll. Man.
Absolutely. Well, I think that should wrap it up, my dude.
It should. And if there's one thing we've learned, it's that the balls are inert.
They are. They're that's it, huh?
That's the ending joke. Yeah, no. And I dropped it so casually. It's like dropping the Olympic torch right at the first, like a couple steps away from it,
Which we're ending on a 2007 meme.
Sorry, but I would change it, but your wish is beyond my power.
God fucking good night.